Sweet Chuke, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So today I'm actually going to talk about my meet and greet experience with Rose and Rosie during their Overshare documentary and book signing tour. So I went to go and see Rose and Rosie in Belfast on the 12th of October, 2 days after my birthday. I'm currently recording this on the 15th of October. I got home on Sunday afternoon. I stayed in Milo's all weekend. That's the reason why this video is a little bit past the tour date. So on this date, you guys are probably going, 12th of October? Was not the day that Storm Callum came to wreak havoc on the nation? It was. Storm Callum was shit. It was literally the most tame storm, like with warnings, that I had ever seen. When we were planning to go to Belfast and with the bus routes and everything, we were like, oh shit, like what if Callum, what if it's bad? And I kept thinking back in my head, flashbacks to the Dodie Clark gig that I was going to go to, and then it was cancelled because of Storm Ophelia. Callum was nothing on Ophelia. Nothing was cancelled and we got there fine. But this is their book, Overshare. Now, I haven't actually read a lot into it. I don't know if you can see how far my bookmark is. I haven't got a chance to like properly sit down and read it yet. But, of course it was a book signing, so they signed my book. You can see it. It says my name on it with a little heart. And then that's Rosie's signature, the pink one. This is Rose's signature. So obviously I went to the one in Belfast, which is held in Elmwood Hall, which is part of Queen's University, if you do not know. So we walked in, we actually got stamped for this venue, like you were going into a nightclub or something. But not that I go into nightclubs very often. And then you had the documentary viewing. So the documentary was fantastic. Basically the documentary revolved around Rose and Rosie travelling around the UK and America, and they met people who are fans of their YouTube channel. I just thought it was a really cool idea for a documentary, and part of my coursework, and I actually said this to Rose and Rosie, of this year is to create a documentary. So in the documentary they interviewed so many people. They interviewed a girl called Erin, a girl called Charlotte, a trans guy called Corey, and all their stories were so interesting, and they really were stories that deserve to be told. If you are near a venue that still has tickets and you're a fan of Rose and Rosie, definitely go and see them. It was a really good documentary, and I recommend it for anybody, even if you weren't a fan of Rose and Rosie. Of course there was clips of them in the documentary, you know, driving around New York and joking and being their usual selves, which I really loved because it was like they were vlogging, but it also had this documentary mashed in with it. It was really cool. So the documentary was both hilarious and informative. What more do you want? So after the documentary was viewed, it then moved on to a Q&A. So after the documentary, Rose and Rosie came out into the stage, and of course the crowd went wild because it's Rose and Rosie. So the Q&A started off with Rose basically interviewing Rosie, and they were talking about, you know, things that happened in the documentary. Another question that Rose asked Rosie was, what do you know about Ireland? And I actually took a clip of that. Just beware, I didn't take a lot of actual video footage at this event. When I went to see them in the Exposed tour, I took like a load of clips, but this time I didn't really want to bring out my big camera. I did have it with me, but I didn't want to bring it out. And I just filmed some clips on my phone just for memories. But this is a clip anyway of Rose asking Rosie what she knows about Ireland.
Belfast. Go on, I'm intrigued. Go on.
I know about lots of Irish stuff in general.
Go on.
Because that's where we are.
Please, do divulge.
Irish stew.
Irish stew, yeah. Anything else?
Irish coffee.
What did you learn just a minute ago in the dressing room?
The Giant's Ring.
Apparently that's a thing.
Famous
thing. Do you guys know it?
Yeah.
You don't seem that enthused about it. I think it's hilarious.
I'd be very excited about that.
So, the documentary, what did you guys think?
So then after, you know, this kind of interview banter, it was open to the audience to ask questions. So loads of people actually got the opportunity to ask a question. I was too nervous to ask the question because I was like, if anything I want to ask them, I'm going to ask them at the meet and greet. But somebody asked a question, what do you think about gay marriage or equal rights not being legal in Northern Ireland? And they had no idea. They're like, what? It was quite funny. I did take a clip of Rose's little rant about it because she was like, what, that's ridiculous. And it's really ridiculous. You know, it really should be legal, but we know why it's not. But I'm not going to get into politics on this channel.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I think
well, this is why we're making documentaries like this. You know, I mean, we're just raising awareness in general. I mean, I feel like everybody needs to be fucking educated by now. I mean, it's 2018, get a grip. I'm sorry, I just, right? What annoys me the most, and this really does annoy me the most, is that I don't understand how people can measure love as not just an equal thing. Like, I don't understand how one person's version of love is more meaningful or more valid than someone else's meaning of love. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, outdated and ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy what's going on with the whole marriage thing though, because meanwhile, I think it was in the UK, have they made civil marriage, straight people can get civil marriages now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't know why they would want that, because the point of campaigning for actual marriage for gay couples was because civil rights weren't as, civil marriage wasn't the same, it doesn't have the same rights. That's why we wanted marriage the same, so I don't know why. It's so strange what everyone's doing. But am I right in thinking you're making good waves here though in Ireland, because you've just recently had the referendum about abortion, is that right? Is that not? It's part of Ireland.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry, but you're still. I do feel like you're the generation that's up and coming, and then your kids and your kids. You know, I do feel like every year it is getting better, and I
do feel to a certain extent you do have to be the change you want to see. I know it sounds like a cliched saying.
So throughout, being asked questions, I got questions about relationship problems, I got questions about YouTube, and they talked a little bit about YouTube clickbait and stuff. And of course they also talked about the lesbian YouTubers. So they talked about Shannon, they talked about Cami, and they talked about Amy Ordman, which was quite funny. Remember last time they had a running tour joke, which was tour life? Am I right? This time they have a running joke, which is hashtag 26 times a week. If you know what that means, you're part of the club. Also in the Q&A they also give us some advice, like, be the change you want to be, and to take in the little moments of life. They said, like, the big things are important, but the little things are even more important. And I thought that was a really, really cool message. The thing I love about Rose and Rosie, and I even said this about the Exposed Her, is that they create like a really safe space where you just automatically feel accepted. It's amazing. It is just amazing. The atmosphere that they bring, and the community, like the Rose and Rosie like fandom and everything, is just, it's one of the best fandoms to be in, because we have fun, we have banter, and there's no hate, and it's just a really beautiful community on YouTube to be a part of. So the really juicy questions that you want to get into is the meet and greet. So how were Rose and Rosie? They were really lovely. I expected them to be really nice, because I'd heard people in the past before going, yeah, like, they asked you questions about you, like they want to get to know you. And I found especially Rosie was like so in tune with you. So Emer and Milo actually came with me to this event as well. For example, here's a photo. So Emer says, hey, I'll film your meet and greet so you can take photos on my phone, and I'll film you meeting them. I was like, yeah, that's really cool. So I actually have a clip of me meeting Rose and Rosie.
Oh, that's nice. I recognise you. Were you in the other shirt? Oh my god! Yeah, were you in the back door? I definitely spoke to you. That's it. I remember you. Wait, did you make a YouTube video about it? I did. I watched it. It was really good. That's why I remember. You had like a shirt on, I swear. Yeah.
I actually got a tattoo from
Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah, 100%. It looks sick. Like, it's really well done.
Did you get that? So you got that last year? Like after
I
the
got
show?
that. It's illegal, but
It looks
Hey,
amazing.
all the best things are really.
Come on in. Well, let's go to the Yeah, sure. So what do you want us to do? Is you just want to show
I would have watched it. Like, yeah.
This is just like me meeting them and get my photo, but I did talk to them a little while after that as well. As you seen in that clip, Rosie knew who I was, which was, I couldn't believe it when she says, I seen your video, and I was like, and she remembered me from the Exposed Tour when we took this selfie. I make videos on the internet, right, about, YouTubers. I've talked about Emma and I've talked about Rose and Rosie, and I think actually I just talked about Emma and Rose and Rosie, right? I never expect the person that I'm talking about to watch it, because I'm a small channel. And the fact that Rosie's seen it and was like, and remembered what I was wearing, and in the Dublin tour she remembered where I was sitting, like that's, that to me that's amazing. Rose and Rosie mean so much to me, and for them to know who I was, just, I don't know, it just, I'm gonna cry. It just, I can't describe the feeling of somebody that you look up to and respect watching your stuff and saying that was good. Like that's a feeling that you never, you know, it's a hard feeling to put into words. It's like they knew who I was, and that was just like something I never expected. So I did say before, I don't know if I said it on YouTube, but I've stopped doing the vlog, so I don't say a lot of my thoughts anymore on YouTube, mostly my Twitter. But I did want to get a photo of Rose and Rosie pointing at my tattoo that I got in memory of the Exposed tour last year. If you don't know, I got I'm Alright tattooed across here. Here's a photo of me with Rose and Rosie pointing at my tattoo. So that my tattoo was, I quote, sick, which was class. So Rose actually said about my tattoo, all the best things in life are illegal. So, Rose, Ellen Dix, you are a legend. They were really, really, really lovely, down to earth people. You know, when you're meeting Rose and Rosie, it just feels like you're talking to two friends that you've known for years. Yes, I was very, very nervous to meet them, but when I was talking to them, I didn't feel awkward, I didn't feel rushed, I just felt like, oh my god, I'm meeting my favourite YouTubers, and they just put me at ease. And the minute they start talking, they just put you at ease. I did actually talk to them then about my documentary that I'm making, and they thought that was really, really cool, and they're like, oh, if you make anything, send it our way and we'll watch it. And I'm like, that's really, really cool. Also, before I left my meet and greet, I told them, oh, I have a letter for you. And Rosie says, oh, I really hope I see you again. I'm like, yeah, you'll see me again. So they want to see me again, which is nice. The thing I love about Rose and Rosie is that they are so in tune with their fans. They know what their audience want, and they have so much respect for their audience. And I think that's why they are so down to earth. And I also noticed that at the meet and greet they were drinking tea, which, you know, I can respect. I mean, your throat's gonna get all scratchy, you know, if you don't drink tea. So drink tea, sign some books, just don't spill the tea over the books. That would be fun. Then they met Emer after me, and they asked Emer about Guinness and dairy, and they also talked to Milo. I don't know any details about Milo's meet and greet, I can't remember any, but as me, Emer and Milo were leaving the venue, I waved them. I was like, I wish them a safe home, and they were like, oh bye, and they were so lovely and nice. They're just so down to earth. I think I've said this before in the channel, but I really value honesty. And they were just honest and down to earth and lovely, and oh, I love them so much. I've seen Rose and Rosie twice now. I've seen them obviously at, you know, the Exposed tour in Dublin, which was fantastic, and then I went to, you know, obviously this meet and greet. I would 100% want to see them again. I guess that's my meet and greet experience with Rose and Rosie. They are probably, no, I'm gonna say they are the nicest YouTubers on YouTube. But anyway, my camera battery's about to die, and I think I've babbered on too much. Babbered? Is that even a word? I don't get the word. Oh well, I'm making it a word. I've babbered on too much about Rose and Rosie, which I could do all day. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe and some love. And if you want to talk about your Rose and Rosie meet and greet experience at any of the tour dates, please let me know in the comments below. Because the last video I actually done, people started typing in the comments, you know, some things that they remembered from the gig, and or, you know, something that happened at their tour dates. And it was amazing to read everybody's comments. So if you want to do that and leave your comment down there, I would very much appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video, where I might be fangirling about Rose and Rosie, liking my tattoo and knowing who I am. I might be fangirling about that for like 2 months. Also, before I go, don't forget to buy Overshare. It is available on audiobook and available in all good bookstores. And you can get it signed if you go to any of the book signings around the country. I will have their links in the description for the tour. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.